to my commerce revision session, as you can see here. And in this session we are looking at a full exam paper, right? So this paper includes introduction to commerce and WABTIC. When I say WABTIC, I mean warehousing, advertising, banking, transport, insurance, communication. So the examiner has picked questions from all these areas. All right, okay, so I want you to get your pen and paper and get ready to revise this paper with me. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is the paper, as you can see, 2025 July. Okay, so let's answer the questions together. Okay, so first question is, first question is, right, section A, 20 marks. Answer all questions in the section. Circle the letter you have chosen as your answer. Example, commerce is best described as, is it A, distribution of goods and services, B, exchange of goods and services, C, production of goods and services, and then D, trade, and S to trade. So here the examiner is giving an example, and in the example the correct response is D, right, and it has been circled. Okay, so you can circle your answers like this. Very important. Okay, now question one. Question one. Here's the question. One of the main purpose of commerce is, is it A, distribution of goods and services to satisfy human needs and wants, B, extraction of raw materials from nature, C, supervision of retailers and wholesalers in distribution of goods, D, the production of goods in the home? Which one here is our correct answer? Which one is our correct answer here? Our correct answer is A. So we circle the answer like that. Okay, now why is our answer A? Remember, commerce focuses on the exchange and distribution of already produced goods and services, right, to meet people's needs and wants. What about option B? Why is it wrong? Option B refers to primary production, which is extractive industry, and then C is part of trade supervision. Okay, C is part of trade supervision, okay, and not the main purpose. And then D is production and not commerce. Okay, so we continue. Question 2. Dash helps to reduce heaps of non-biodegradable garbage. Dash helps reduce heaps of non-biodegradable garbage. Is it A, dustbins, B, littering, C, pollution, D, recycling? What's our correct answer? Our correct answer here is D. So we circle it like that. Okay, so recycling reprocesses non-biodegradable materials. This is why our answer is D. Okay, e.g. plastics and metals into new products. This reduces waste accumulation in landfills. Okay, the other options, these other options, they only increase, or they just do not address garbage heaps. Dustbins, littering, pollution, they do not actually address the problem in the question. Okay, so let's go. Question 3. Which document used in home trade increases the amount of which the buyer owes the seller? Which document used in home trade increases the amount which the buyer owes the seller? Is it A, advice note, B, credit note, C, debit note, D, order? What's our answer? At the time you're watching this video, you can also participate in answering, then mark yourself. So you should answer before I answer, right, to help weigh yourself in preparation for the exam. Okay, so our correct answer here is C. Our correct answer here is C. Okay, so a debit note is issued by the seller to the buyer when the buyer owes more money. Okay? For short delivery or price adjustment. This is why our answer is debit note. A debit note is issued by the seller to the buyer when the buyer owes more money. Okay? What about the credit note? Why is the credit note wrong? Sir, somebody's asking, sir, why is the credit note wrong? A credit note reduces the amount owed. Okay? What about the advice note? The advice note informs. What about the order? Order is a request to buy. Okay, I hope you get that. We continue to the next question. Question 4. Okay, which of the following contracts would not be legally binding? Which of the following contracts would not be legally binding? Is it A, contract to build a bridge, B, contract to paint a house, C, contract to sell a car, D, contract with a minor? What's our correct answer? And our correct answer here is D. We circle it there. Contract with a minor. This one is not legally binding. But why, sir? Okay, let me explain. Contracts involving minors which are under 18 in Zambia are generally void. Void means they are not legally. Okay? So they are also not forcible. In other words, they are unenforceable because minors lack full contractual capacity. Are we together? All right. What about the other options? So the others involve adults and are valid if they meet essential elements. For example, of the essential elements of a contract, we have offer. Okay, we have the offer. Number 2, acceptance. Number 3, we have consideration, which is in form of money. Would say that. Okay, I hope you get that. We continue to the next question. So our answer for number 4 is D, contract to the minor. Number 5. Question number 5. A total loan on trading. Okay, let me just rub this. Okay, a total ban, I beg your pardon, on trading in named goods is a trade. Is it A, embargo, B, block, C, bill, D, barrier? What's the correct answer? Our correct answer is A, embargo. Okay, but why, sir, is our answer A? Okay, let me explain. Okay, an embargo is a government-imposed complete ban. This one here is a government-imposed complete ban on the import and export of specific goods, e.g., for the security or healthy reasons. Are we together? What about trade barrier? Okay, trade barrier is broader, all right? Trade barrier is broader, okay? What about block? Block is a group of countries, so it doesn't apply. What about a bill? A bill is a legislation. Okay, so you can see my explanation over these answers and why I've collected this as our answer. So embargo is correct. We continue. Okay. Okay. All right, let me just from this point. Okay. Question 6. Question 6 reads, Dash is the type of business which starts operation only after a certificate of incorporation is given. Is it A, partnership, B, private limited company, C, public incorporation, D, public limited company? Which one is correct? Our correct answer, and our correct answer is, yes, what is your correct answer? Write it on that paper. Make sure that you have your paper and pen as we are revising this. Test yourself. Weigh yourself. You see, you have to weigh yourself how much you are prepared for the exam. Write that answer before I write mine. Okay, and our correct answer here is... No, wrong. Our correct answer here is B, private limited company. Okay, now let me explain. Okay, so a private limited company is formed by registration under the Companies Act. Write that down. All right, under the Companies Act, and it can only legally commence operations after receiving the certificate of incorporation. Okay, of incorporation from the registrar of companies. What about partnership? Okay, partnership start by agreement. Okay, what about public corporation? Public corporations by statute or act of parliament. So I'm explaining these answers so that when the examiner twists the questions, you'll be able to answer. Okay, so that's our correct answer there. We continue. Question 7. Question 7 reads, what are the two main types of business unit enterprises? Is it A, sole trader and partnerships, B, retailers and wholesalers, C, private and public, D, home and foreign? What's our correct answer? Write your correct answer before I write mine. And our correct answer here is C, private and public. All right, so let me explain again. So business units are broadly classified into private sector and what? Public sector. All right, so public sector owned, controlled by the government, private sector owned by individuals or groups. What about the others? The others are subtypes or unrelated classifications. Are we together? Remember, private sector owned by the individual groups, public sector owned and controlled by the government. We continue. Question 8. Trade on behalf of their clients and profit by charging a commission is dash. Dash is a trade on behalf of their clients and profit by charging a commission. Is it A, brokers, B, dealers, C, merchant banks, D, underwriters? What is our correct answer? And our correct answer here is A. Circle it there. Is A. Why? Why is A the answer, sir? Please explain, sir. All right, let me explain. Brokers act as agents for buyers and sellers, e.g. on stock exchange, for example, the Lusaka Stock Exchange. All right, so they negotiate deals, number one, and they earn commission without taking ownership. All right, very important. What about dealers? Dealers trade on their own account. All right, what about merchants, banks? These are just banks. Underwriters, these normally work under insurance companies. Okay, continue. Question 9. Which mode of transport does not depend on transshipment? Is it A, air? Is it B, rail? Is it C, road? Is it D, sea? What's our correct answer? Our correct answer here is C. So road transport is flexible, remember that, and door to door, right? Goods are loaded once and delivered directly without unloading or reloading, which is transshipment. So transshipment is when goods are delivered directly without unloading and reloading. What about air? Sir, kindly explain about air. Why is air the wrong answer? And rail. Air, rail, and sea often require transshipment at ports, airports, or terminals. Okay? Remember the question, which mode of transport does not depend on transshipment? And remember I said road because road is flexible and door to door. Goods are loaded once and delivered directly without unloading or reloading. So unloading and reloading is what we call transshipment. And road does not require. Okay, so we continue. Question 10. Dash is the warehouse used by farmers. Okay, is it A, distribution warehouse, B, primary producer warehouse, C, public sector warehouse, D, warehouse, wholesale warehouse? What's our correct answer? Question 10, what is our correct answer? And our correct answer is B. Our correct answer is B. Okay, let me explain why B is our correct answer. All right, so Remember that farmers in the primary, which are primary producers, all right, store crops, livestock, all right, produce in primary producer warehouses before selling to wholesalers or manufacturers. That's why this is our correct answer. So dash is a warehouse used by farmers, and I've explained that farmers or primary producers store crops, livestock, all right, produce in primary producer warehouses before selling to wholesalers, manufacturers. The rest are actually wrong because they are not actually describing the question. What about 11? Let's go. Question 11. Continue. A factor that may influence the buyer on the choice of transport to use when he buys goods from the supplier is it A, mobility of the labor when packing the goods? Is it B, movement of equipment to the right location? Is it C, reputation and reliability of the carrier? Is it D, strength of the national development in the economy? And our correct answer here is C. Okay, so buyers choose carriers based on reliability. Okay, reliability and safety record and reputation to ensure timely and undamaged delivery. So the other options are not buyer specific transport factors. So our correct answer is C, reputation and reliability of the carrier. You can never, engage somebody who is not reliable to carry your goods. There should be reputation. Reputation should be good, okay, and reliability of the carrier. All these are assets. Okay, question 12. Which of the following is a microfinancial institution? Microfinancial institution. Is it A, Obligated Banks of South Africa? Is it B, Foundation for International Community Assistance? Is it C, Standard Chartered Bank? Is it D, Zambia National Commercial Bank? What's our correct answer? And our correct answer is B. Okay, so Thinker provides small loans and financial services to low-income individuals, okay? Micro enterprises. The others are commercial banks. All these others are commercial banks. Okay, very important. Take that in your book. Put that in your book. I'm explaining the answers and why I'm picking that answer. So it's important for you to understand. Okay, question 12. Done. We continue. Question 13. Question 13. Let's go. Which of the following reasons cannot make a bank dishonor a check? Is it A, check not signed by the buyer? B, drawer's account has insufficient funds in the account? C, drawer signs against any alterations? D, when bank hears the account holder is dead? What's our correct answer? Our correct answer here is C. But why is the answer C? Okay, if the drawer has signed, initiated or initialed alterations, remember the changes are authorized and the check is valid. Okay, so the other options are standard reasons for dishonor or irregular insufficient funds. All right, we can talk about death, which freezes account. Okay, so that's our answer. Drawer signs against any alterations. Question 14. What postal service enables people who do not have a fixed abode to receive their mail while they are traveling? Is it A, carrier services, B, data post, C, parcels, D, post restanti? What's our correct answer? Yeah, write your answer first. Write your answer. And our correct answer here is D. So post restanti, right, or post restanti holds mail at a post office. Remember this, for collection by the traveler without a fixed address. That's your answer. The others are not even related to the question. Right, so we continue. Question 15. Question 15. Dash is an example of a method one can use to send money through the post office. Is it A, carrier service, B, money order, C, reply coupon, D, telegram? What's our answer? What's our answer on question 15? Our correct answer here is there's our correct answer. So money order is a safe postal method to send a fixed sum of money, okay? Buyer pays at post office, recipient collects. This is the safest way, money order. Okay, we continue. Question 16. Dash is communication service that provides a beeper and telephone number or a message to another user. Is it A, detailed, B, fax, C, radio paging, D, satellite? What's our correct answer? Our correct answer here is C. Radio paging. So radio paging or pager service sends short messages, beeps with the contact number to a portable device. Okay, fax is a bit different, even detail is a bit different. Okay, 17. Question 17. The term used to refer to protection against events or risks that will definitely occur and compensation will have to be paid at some time is called. Is it A, assurance, B, indemnity, C, insurance, D, premium? What's our correct answer? And our correct answer is, remember, the term used to refer to protection against events or risks that will definitely occur. Is it assurance? Is it insurance? So, okay. So our answer here, I know somebody has picked insurance here. No, it's wrong. Our correct answer here is assurance. Okay, so why is the answer assurance? Let me explain. Assurance covers certain events, e.g. life assurance, death is definite. What about insurance? Insurance covers uncertain risks. Here we talk about indemnity restores loss, okay? Premium here, okay? Indemnity restores loss. What about premium? Premium is the payment, okay? Insurance, uncertain risk. Assurance covers certain events, e.g. life assurance, okay? Death is definite. So our answer on 17 is A. 18. Which of the following is the purpose of advertising? Dash to A, improve the standard of living, B, fight diverse public and competition, C, ensure that goods are sold on cash, D, control the prices of goods. What's our correct answer? Yes, what's your answer? Okay, so our correct answer here is B. So fight adverse public publicity and competition. Which of the following is the purpose of advertising? So advertising counters negative publicity and helps businesses compete by creating demands, awareness for their products. So the purpose of advertising is to fight adverse publicity and competition. Okay, so that's our answer. Question 19. An advertisement that is done for competition purposes to promote one shop or product as the best amongst others is dash advertising. Is it A, collective, B, exhibits, C, informative, D, persuasive? What's our correct answer? Okay, and our correct answer here, okay, write your answer first. At the time you're watching this video, kindly write your answer on the paper. Okay, and our correct answer here is D, persuasive. So persuasive advertising convinces consumers that one product or shop is superior, best quality. All right, comparative claims here. What about informative advertising? You give facts here, you just inform. What about collective advertising? Or promotes, this one promotes an industry. Okay, collective promotes an industry. Informative, you give facts. Yes, so that's basically the reason why our answer is D. Remember, persuasive advertising convinces consumers that one product is superior. Okay, we continue. Okay, question 20. Which of the following is a disadvantage of advertising to a business which is facing a lot of very influential businesses close to where it is located? Is it A, advertising may appeal only to a certain group of people? B, advertising may not be taken seriously by some of the readers? C, it may result into increased sales, thus lowering costs and increasing profits? Is it D, much of its money may be spent on advertising? What's our correct answer here? Our correct answer is D. Much of its money may be spent on advertising. Okay, remember, small businesses near powerful competitors may waste limited funds on advertising without matching the big players. All right, reach or impact. So would say C is an advantage. Okay, it may result into increased sales, thus lowering costs and increasing profit. So here we are looking which of the following is a disadvantage of advertising to a business which is facing a lot of. Okay, so this one is much of its money may be spent. It's a disadvantage. This one is an advantage. Okay, all right, so here you can get your 20 marks. Okay, section B. Answer all questions in this section on spaces provided after each question. From the following list, identify only those that fall under industrial activities. I believe you know what these industrial activities are. Industrial activities involves manufacturing, processing, which is also called secondary industry. All right, so moving farms, suppliers, and selling vegetables, fruits. All right, these are part of, okay, industrial activities. So construction of buildings. How many marks? 3 marks here. Okay, so we write construction of buildings. Number 1 here, construction of buildings. Construction of buildings. Construction of buildings. Number 2, okay, moving farms, supply, selling, project, fruits, commercial trading activities, distribution. Okay, you can include printing of books, okay, construction building, what about making radios? Making radios. Okay, so selling vegetables, fruits, selling radios, fruits, Why are these others wrong? Selling radios. Let me just go here. Okay, so moving farm supplies and selling vegetables, secondary industry. Okay, fruits, commercial, selling vegetables, fruits, commercial and trade activities, distribution. Okay, so these ones are the ones that are industrial activities: construction of buildings, printing of books, making radios, right? Except selling vegetables and fruits, and then moving farm supplies. Okay, so I've explained that moving supplies, selling of vegetables, these fall under secondary industries and manufacturing. Okay, moving supplies and selling vegetables, fruits, these are commercial trading activities. Okay, so construction of buildings, printing of books, making radios. Question 2, state whether true or false on the following. Okay, offerer, person who first proposes to another. Is this true or false? Okay, this is true. This is true. Why? The offerer makes the initial proposal. Okay, what about number 2? Is offered a person who negotiated the contract. Is this true? No, this is false. Why? It is the offeree, not offered. Okay, here is offered a person who negotiated the contract. This is wrong. Offered cannot be a person. So offeree is the correct answer here. Offeree is the one that does what? Negotiate the contract. So this is false because you cannot say offered. Okay, so we say false. So now I'm explaining why this is false. Okay, it is the offeree, not offered, who receives the offer and may accept, reject, or negotiate. Okay, what about B? I mean, we have answered Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2. What about Roman numeral 3? Witness, a natural person present when the contract is being made. This is true because a witness provides evidence of the agreement but is not part of it. So we say true. Okay, we continue. We continue. I hope you're following. Okay, question 5. Are we on the right page? We're from answering question 2. Okay. Question 2. Okay, why are we having question 5 immediately? Okay. Let's answer though. Let me check other papers. I see. Okay. All right, let's just answer. Let's just answer. Okay. Give any 3 roles of a broker when he gets a deal on the stock exchange as an agent of the general public. You know who is a broker, right? The broker do not own the shares, they facilitate transaction for a fee. So we can say number 1 acts as an agent. So they act as an agent. Act as an agent. Act as an agent. Act as an agent, okay. Linking buyers and sellers. Linking buyers and sellers. Okay. Second point, negotiate the best price. They negotiate the best price. the best price. Okay, they negotiate the best price on behalf of clients. On behalf of clients. Number three, they charge a commission. You can say they charge a commission. They charge a commission. Charge a commission. Charge a commission for the service. For the service. They charge a commission for the service. Okay, those are the answers. Right, question 6. Describe bonded warehouses. What are these bonded warehouses? So bonded warehouses are government owned. I'll just write a few points here. Bonded warehouses. Bonded warehouses. Bonded warehouses are government. They are government licensed. Government licensed storage. Government licensed storage facilities. Government licensed facilities. Okay, can include points here such as these are usually ports. Okay, they're usually ports or airports. Okay, what other things can you say? You can say these are ports where imported goods are kept under customs control, right? Under custom control without immediate payment of the goods. So goods can be stored until importer. Okay, so goods can be stored. Goods can be stored until importer pays, or rather, yeah, until the importer pays. Okay, so make sure that you write this way. Bonded warehouses are government licensed storage facilities. These are called ports or airports. Okay, what happens? Goods are kept under the customs control without immediate payment of the duty. Goods can be stored under the importer pays customs duties, taxes, or re-exports. So they also allow deferred payment of the duty. You can give that, you can mention and write that point here. So they allow deferred payment of duties. Okay, so this helps importers manage cash flow while goods remain under strict customs supervision. Okay, so we continue. Question 7. Okay, using the provided list, identify the types of checks described in the table. Types of checks: barrier check, open check, order check, blank check, dishonor check. So description, then type of check. So let's write our answers. Okay, A, instruction. On it reads pay order. So what kind of check is this? The type of check here is order check. Order check. Order check. What about this? These are payable to anyone who presents the check at the counter of the drawee. What kind of check is this? Bearer check. Bearer check. What about this? C, has no funds in the account. So this type of check has no funds, it's dishonored. Dishonored check. What about D, a check that is not crossed? This is an open check. Open check. A check that is not crossed is called open check. Open check. What about E, issued to drawers, trusted people, so that the payer would fill in the details? This is called blank check. Blank check. Okay, so these are standard classifications based on how the check is drawn and presented. Are we together? Okay, make sure you go through this, then you have your 5 marks here. Okay, question 8. We are here. Question 8. Mention the methods of communication you would use in each of the following cases. A, sending a check to a distant place. What method can you use here? Sending a check, you can use registered. You can use registered mail, okay? Mail, or a carrier service. Carrier service. What about C, canceling an appointment with the customer for this afternoon? Here you can use a telephone. You can make a call and cancel the meeting. Telephone, maybe if you want an SMS. If you want, you can send a WhatsApp message. Okay. What about C, sending an urgently needed mail? Sending an urgently needed mail. Here you can use express mail, or email carrier. Okay. What about D, making an exact copy of original document? What can you use? Here we can use fax, okay, or photocopying or scanning. Okay, so these are the correct answers. You have your 4 marks there. Continue. Okay, question 9. Mention any 3 types of insurance. Types of insurance cover under marine aviation insurance. 3 types only. What are they? We have whole insurance. Let me zoom it a bit. 3 types. Number 1, you can mention a whole insurance. Whole insurance. Whole insurance. Okay. Hotels. We can talk about cargo insurance. Okay, let me just write this properly. Cargo insurance. Okay, so how insurance covers the ship and aircraft, okay, against damages. This one here. Cargo insurance covers goods and cargo being transported. Number 3, you can talk about freight insurance. Freight insurance. Freight insurance so covers loss of freight charges. Okay, so these are the 3 types of insurance under marine aviation. Okay, continue. List 5 advantages of using newspapers as mode of advertising. Here. Okay. All right. I didn't mention here that marine aviation insurance protects against risk during sea and air transport. Okay. So here are our answers. Number 1, magazines have a wide geographical, you can say wide geographical coverage, okay, it reaches many readers nationally. We can talk about it's relatively cheap, compared to radio. Okay. Number 3, provides detailed information. Provides detailed information. Provide detailed information. Number 4, suitable for national or local adverts. Suitable for national or local adverts. Number 5, you can say advertisements are long lasting. Okay, so readers can keep referencing the newspaper. That's an advantage here. So you have your 5 marks here. Okay, question 10 is done. Section C here, you are actually told to 40 marks. There are 5 questions. Okay, so there are 5 questions in section C. And then what are you told to do? You only answer 2 questions. Right? Write your answers in the spaces provided from pages 9. So here, I'm going to give you tips or points on how you can answer these questions. Okay, so make sure that you are writing these points down. All right, it's important for you to understand how to answer this. So I'm going to give you points only. Then you have to expand on those points on your own. Okay, so let's start with question 1. So question 1 says, distinguish between direct production and indirect production. Distinguish between direct production and industry production. See these marks? There are 20 marks. So what do? You're going to define what direct production is, which is individual produce goods and services for their own use without exchange, which is subsistence, all right? E.g., a farmer grows maize only. You are defining this, okay? So a farmer grows maize only for family consumption, no specialization, limited outputs, and then this satisfies own needs directly, low quality variety of goods. That is direct production. You define direct production first, okay, which is where individuals produce goods or services for their own use. That is direct production. After that, you also define indirect production. What do you say about indirect production? goods or services are produced for sale or exchange using specialization and division of labor. Give examples, e.g., a commercial farmer grows maize to sell to millers who produce or flour for sale. You can give more examples here. Okay, you can give more examples. This leads to what? Large scale output, wide variety, high living standards. Okay, another tip on how to answer this, you can even try to draw a table to show the examiner that you know what you're talking about. You can draw a table. Okay, you can draw a table. You can draw a table. Under that table, you can include aspect, you can include, and then direct production, and then here indirect. Here and on aspect, you can explain purpose, the purpose of direct production. You can talk about scale. Okay, you can talk about specialization. In direct production, there's no specialization. In indirect, there is specialization. Okay, you can talk about trade involvement. This is question 1, how to answer. Trade involvement. Okay, you can talk about variety of goods. Variety of what? Goods. You can talk about quality of life. Okay, and give a lot of examples. This is how you can answer this question and get your 4 marks, your 20 marks. Okay, this part here, explain the function of the wholesaler to the letterer. Okay, function of the wholesaler to the letterer, or you know that the wholesaler and the retailer, to retail means to cut. So the retailer buys goods in bulk and cuts them. So now you explain breaking the bulk is one of the functions of the wholesaler to retailer. Okay, you can also mention financing credit. So they give credit to facilitate to retailers. Okay, warehousing, storage, stores goods until needed, reducing retail storage costs. So wholesalers, they store goods. What else? Transport, they deliver goods to retailers. Premises, sometimes not all the time. Okay, they provide variety of assortment stores or stocks wide ranges to retail and can buy everything from one place. They also market, they have market information. Okay, passes manufacturers into info to retailers and vice versa. So you can mention those points here. Okay, to get your full 10 marks. Okay, said breaking the bulk, financing credit, warehousing, storage, transport, providing variety or assortment of goods, market information. Write those points down. What about B? B, distinguish between human trades and foreign trade. Okay, here you can create a table. Under that table, you can write home trade and foreign trade. Okay, the scope, the currency, the language, documents, risk. Okay, for example, the scope, home trade is within one country, and then foreign trade between two or more countries. Currency, in home trade, the same currency used. What about in foreign trade? Different currencies involves exchange. Okay, what about language? Legal, same languages and laws. Foreign, different languages. Documents used in home trade, fewer. Invoice, debit notes in home trade. What about foreign? There are more documents. Bill of lading, letter of credit, all those are documents. Okay, and you get your 10 marks as well. Okay, here now, how do you answer this? Outline the contents of the articles of association. You are given 10 marks. You can define the article of association and list the contents. Okay, articles of association. Rights and duties of directors, shareholders, and officers. Those are the contents. Number 1. Number 2, rules for calling and conducting meetings. That's number 2, which is AGM. Number 3, procedure for insuring and transferring shares. Those are the contents of the articles of association. Write those points down. Okay, borrowing powers of the company. That's also part of the contents of the Articles of Association. The other point is appointment, powers, and remuneration of the directors. Everything is in the Articles of Association. Dividend policy and reserves, and then winding up procedures are also in the Articles of Association. I hope you're writing those points down. What about here? How do you go about it? Outline the factors that determine the shares price on the stock exchange. So factors here, okay, you can mention company profitability, company profitability, okay, you can mention demand and supply of shares, demand and supply, okay, you can mention economic conditions, interest rates, inflation, company reputation and management quality, dividend payments and future prospects. You can also mention government policies and market sentiments. All these are the factors that determine the share price on the stock exchange. Then you have your 20 marks. Okay? Hope you're writing down. Let's look at this. What are the factors that to consider when choosing the mode of transport? 10 marks. So one of the factors are these. Make sure that you're writing down. I am mentioning them now. We are answering this part of the question. Number 1, nature, weight, perishability of goods. Very important. Number 2, cost of transport. Number 3, speed and urgency required. Right. Number 4, distance and infrastructure availability. And then number 1, 2, 3. Number 5, we have safety and security of goods and services. Okay, you can also choose reliability of the carrier. Very, very important. Okay, then you have your marks there. You can also include government regulation and tariffs. This is very important when you're choosing a mode of transport. Okay, our B part, explain the importance of fast and accurate transmission of information to business. Yes, importance, you can choose any of the points I will give you. Also, number 1, enables quick decisions making, e.g. market price changes. Number 2, improves customer service, order tracking. Okay, order tracking enables quick decision making. So quick decision making. Quick decision making. Okay, what else improves customer service? Remember, we're talking about the importance of fast and accurate transmission of information to a business. Quick decision making, since you have the information, you can make decision. Improves customer service, order tracking. Number 3, reduce what? Costs, avoids delays in production, sales. Okay, we can talk about number 4, enhances competition. Right, there's an enhancement of competition here. Enhances competition. Faster communication than rivals. And then the other point you can also mention, facilitates coordination between branches, departments. And the last point you can also mention, supports e-commerce and global trade. Then you have your 20 marks there. Okay, the last questions here. Discuss the significance of banker's draft as a means of payment, 10 marks. So we're going to discuss this now. Number 1, you can talk about, we actually here answering this. Number 1, you can talk about guaranteed. Okay, guaranteed payment. So bank guarantees funds. Okay. Number 2, you can talk about safer than personal checks. So cannot be dishonored easily. So these This is the significance of the banker's draft as means of payment. Okay, you can also mention, make sure that you expand on these points. Okay, used for large and high value transaction. It is used for large and high value transaction. High value transaction. Okay, you can also mention accepted widely. Accepted widely. Accepted widely. Okay, these are the points that you need to expand on. You can also mention reduces risk in business deals, e.g. international property purchases. Okay, now let's deal with the last question. Differentiate between insurable risk and non-insurable risk. Okay, so here as well, you can draw your table as you are answering to make it easier for the examiner to see your answers. Okay, on the table, you can write here aspects, then here insurable risk, and then here you can write non-insurable risks. Okay, under the aspect you can talk about certainty, okay, you can talk about examples, okay, examples of insurable risk. Here you can mention fire, theft, accidents, death. What about certainty? This is uncertain. It may occur or not occur. What about this? This is certain. Examples, you can talk about depreciation, market changes. You can also expand if you want on the aspect. Talk about compensation, okay. So in insurable risk, possible via insurance policy. What about non-insurable risk? Not insurable, so business bears the loss. Okay, you can talk about premium. So premium in insurable risk, the premium is payable here, premium payable. What about in non-insurable? So here there's no insurance available. Okay, no insurance available. So basically this is how you go about explaining. Okay, then you get your answers for all the questions. All right, so this has been Tutor Be Smart. This is the end of our revision session. Thank you so much for watching and staying to the end of the video. Okay, I would say it's bye for now.